Hi and welcome back to the channel. In my last video I mentioned something that I'm now going to make the focus of this video. I was talking about how bills are going up and you can't budget. That was in relation to someone who's on benefits. Now, that doesn't just affect people on benefits. It just so happens that my ex-wife lost her job through no fault of her own, and she is on benefits as well now. So money is tight. So when her electricity company said that she needed to up her payments because she pays a set amount each month, she was paying £40.60 a month. That covers all of her electric usage. She does not use a lot of electric, and yet in the email they said that they wanted her to up her payments to £87.68 a month. That's over double what she was paying before. The Starmer regime has made a big deal about how much help they're giving people and how you aren't going to get ripped off on your electric. Well, I think more than doubling someone's electricity bill, not based on usage, just out of a whim, is ripping them off. I don't know how many other people are having this problem. My electric, before they started changing the energy cap, was £20 to £25 a fortnight. Still way more than my ex-wife. It is now at least 35 a fortnight. But I use a lot of electric. I've got a TV, I've got a DVD player, I've got a big fridge that I need. I've got a fan that is going on during the hot weather or even mild weather because I overheat. So I've got stuff going on all the time, and I have my lights on all the time because I don't like having my curtains open, because I don't like looking out and seeing what I see as a hostile world. So I pay for the privilege of having those things running quite a lot. I've also got a laptop. I have to charge my mobile phone. I've got a phone that is always plugged in, and you know, I've got quite a bit of electric. Still not the amount that I'm paying for too much, but I use quite a bit of electric. She uses virtually nothing. She has a TV, but it's not on all the time because she's looking after me. She hardly watches she hardly watches DVDs anymore. She reads a lot, so she has the light on, but only when it's not light out. She's got a small fridge. She has an electric cooker. Has to be electric because they don't allow gas in any of the blocks around here. Ever since there was some sort of explosion, gas explosion in one of the buildings in London. And so council places, it's virtually banned. She's got a clock radio, but she doesn't use a lot of electric. And I think it's just disgusting how they can say, although according to their calculator on their website, it calculates based on your usage how much you need to pay a month. And it still says, in fact, she's paying £40.60 a month. According to the calculator, she only has to pay £36 odd to cover her electric usage. And yet they're still saying they're going to be putting up her payments to over double. In fact, looking at the paperwork, it's going up by £47.08. That is a rip-off. And now I'm going to tell you the company that's doing it. It's Octopus. Octopus Energy is trying to rip my ex-wife off. How many other people out there are Octopus customers? And I suggest if you have got one of these threatening emails saying that they're going to double the price that they're going to charge you, go on their website and do a check on their calculator on how much would keep you in the black. And if it's anything if it's less than what they are trying to up your payments to, tell them to get stuffed, because that's what I told my ex-wife to do. There's no way that she has to double her payments just for them. Is this another company that's just trying to greedily get as much money in as possible? I know that everything's going to go up soon because of the war in Iran. The illegal war in Iran. But that shouldn't be preempted by a company just because they want to. I don't know whether she can change suppliers yet or not, because there's been some question over whether certain utilities that are coming in, they can't be changed. It's one supplier and you're stuck with them. But I wouldn't go with Scottish Power because, like I said, I'm paying £35 a fortnight. And over the past month or so, I've been sleeping so much that I haven't been using as much electricity, and yet my electricity usage, or my electric, is still going down. I got a prepay meter. Mine is still going down by £35 a fortnight. So if the Starmer regime really seem to think that they're doing such a good job in keeping our energy prices down, I've got a fucking message for them. You're doing jack shit. And it's now time for you to do something that you should have done right at the beginning of your term in office. Let's take the electricity and gas companies back into the hands of the state, renationalise them, and then we can start paying sensible money for what is, these days, a necessity of life. And while you're at it, bring in the water, because the water companies are charging too much. And let's go one step further. It costs a bloody fortune to go on the buses, on trains. Now's the time to take those back into state control. And we may as well do the Royal Mail as well, because the Royal Mail is getting even more terrible by the day. If you found this interesting, informative, or whatever, or you just like to have a laugh at other people's misfortunes, then click the like button and share it among your admittedly small amount of friends. And if you want more videos to laugh at or be informed at, or as one of my subscribers puts, they are soothed by my videos, then why not click the subscribe button and the notification bell say no when another video's been put down. And now's the time to start complaining to your MP, that, especially if they're in the party in power. I'm not going to call it Labour because it's not Labour. But if you've got a Starmer regime MP, it's time to make them actually do some work in making things affordable. Because the cost of living is going to skyrocket. And it's not our fault.